Good evening. First to a major emergency unfolding right now along Victoria's Great Ocean Road. A freak deluge has caused widespread flash flooding, sweeping cars into the ocean and leaving campgrounds underwater.
As we go to air, rescuers are checking dozens of stranded cars for occupants. So far, there have been no reported deaths. As well as the surging water, authorities are also concerned about landslides.
Parts of the Great Ocean Road are closed. Popular tourist towns like Lorne tonight cut off.
Washed out to sea.
Oh my God!
Car after car swept away.
Another car.
Stunned campers watched on, helpless, as the raging Wye River swallowed everything in its path.
Holy shit.
The deluge hit without warning as supercell smashing the holiday hotspots packed with families. 176 mils of rain falling in 6 hours. Rivers broke their banks. The flash floods swamped at least one house. The Wye River General Store, dozens of cars and countless caravans washed away.
It really was like a tsunami. It just flew in and went over the bridge. Part of it went over, so the bridge is probably 10 feet or 3 metres high.
From Skeens Creek to Lorne, campers were caught unaware as multiple holiday parks disappeared in the deluge.
I was scared that it was the world that was going to end.
It was pretty scary, to be honest. We went down and called out to sea to try and make sure there wasn't anyone in the tents because it happened pretty quickly. So
emergency workers scrambled to check swamped cars for casualties. So far, none have been reported. The Great Ocean Road now closed between Skeens Creek right through to Lorne.
Had family ringing us. Had no idea about it, and all our family was ringing us, like, "What's going on?" And
yeah, I know. Cars getting washed away and stuff, so scary. But
some locals remember this happening before. In 1985, 40 years later, Mother Nature's fury has unleashed again.
Hit the top of them and just came straight down as a wall. Quite nature at its was angriest, I would suggest.
Let's go straight to Geordie Wright near Aries Inlet. Geordie, a stretch of the Great Ocean Road remains closed.
Exactly, Karina, and police tell me here there's no guarantee the Great Ocean Road into Lorne will open anytime soon. An emergency warning remains in place with residents urged to take shelter and stay indoors around Wye River, Kennet River, Cumberland River, as well as the township of Lorne until the floodwaters recede. Tonight they're facing another danger as authorities warn there's a real risk of landslides. What's more concerning is that many residents have told us there was little to no warning about the supercell or any flood risk until the rivers actually burst their banks. It's going to be a long night ahead for emergency services and, of course, those families who have now lost their cars and belongings too.
For more on this unfolding situation, Blake Johnson is at the State Control Centre. And Blake, this emergency is far from over.
And Mike, it took so many by surprise, not just those at the caravan park, but people in the State Control Centre. Alistair Drayton from the State Emergency Services, how much notice did these people have?
Oh, Blake, it wouldn't have been a lot of notice. There would have been rain forecast for the area today, but this intense rainfall that's fallen today really has been unprecedented. And
a staggering amount of rain for that part of the world.
Yeah, it is. Look, records previously for a 24-hour all-day total were 123 millimetres. What we've seen today is 180 millimetres in 6 hours, which is extraordinary downfall of event.
Yeah. How many cars and caravans do you think have gone?
Yeah, look, I've seen a few bits of vision, but I'm not sure what it is, but it is significant, and there's a number of assets that have gone in, including caravans.
Yeah. Just out to sea or flipped and stuck under bridges?
Yeah, both. Literally out to sea and stuck under bridges, and there's a lot of cars that are currently isolated as well.
At this stage, we don't know of any injuries or fatalities. Does that surprise you?
Well, no, and I'm really pleased to hear at the moment that I have not had any reports of that at the moment, and that's what we're fearful of. This came on with such a quick onset, and there would have been people. It's peak season down in these environments at the moment. People camping along those estuaries, so that's why some of these assets have been picked up and taken away by this fast-moving and swell that's occurred down there.
We saw from the helicopter them focusing on one particular car trapped under a bridge. Was Was there a report of someone stuck in that car at one point?
I've had no reports of anyone in any cars or any vehicles, and at the moment I've had no reports of anyone that's not unaccounted for and missing, and we just hope it remains that way, absolutely.
What's the clean-up like down there?
Well, it's going to be significant, and there's going to be clearly there's going to be some impacts and consequences down there that we need to manage. Vic SES volunteers, together with other emergency services, are down there at the moment, and our first action is about primacy of life and looking after people and ensuring people are safe. We're certainly not about retrieving the assets in this particular type of circumstance.
All right, so it's a big clean-up. What a way to finish their holiday.
Yeah, well, it's a really, let's hope that everyone's okay, but there's no doubt it's disappointing in these circumstances.
All right, thanks for your time, Alistair.
Thanks, Blake.
OK, Blake, thank you. Tyra Stowers joins us now. Tyra, fires just last week, but parts of the state are now bracing for a new weather emergency.
That's right, Mike. From one extreme to the other, we've now seen the rain ease off the Surf Coast. The focus is turning to Gippsland, with warnings in place in the east of the state right now, as you can see there in yellow. After a week of fire warnings, residents are being told to be alert for heavy rainfall, which is set to continue into the evening and tomorrow. Now, that region has already seen totals of 20 to 40 millimetres of rain today, with higher totals up to 80 in some parts. As a result, some flood warnings may be issued for that reason. And more rain is on the way, with up to 50 mils in the far eastern region expected tomorrow. And that includes Mallacoota, which has already been impacted by fires in the last week. But I'll be back to tell you when it all eases off a little later in the hour. Mike and Karina.
Tyra, thank you.